Good afternoon to you and thanks for joining Ogun State Television News at 2. I am Adibola Oshomuji. And just before we start, let's remind you that you can watch us live on Facebook at Ogun TV and Ogun State Television, YouTube at OGTV Abeokuta, and on OGTV website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, you can check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download OGTV app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. And now to the details of the news. The Senate has resolved to invoke its constitutional powers to compel the appearance of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, and NPCL, in about 40 other ministries, departments, and agencies over alleged failure to honor invitations issued by its Committee on Finance investigating revenue remittances in compliance with fiscal laws. In a related development, the Senate yesterday expressed concern over the persistent failure of ministries, departments, and agencies to implement its resolutions, particularly on road rehabilitation, disaster management, and other matters affecting Nigerians. The resolution followed a motion by the chairman of the Senate Committee on Finance, Sani Musa, Niger East, who accused the several revenue-generating agencies of frustrating legislative oversight by repeatedly refusing to appear before the committee or provide requested financial records. Musa said the committee was acting pursuant to Section 88 and 89 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which empower the National Assembly to reinvestigate the finances and administration of public institutions, summon witnesses, and demand documents relating to the management of public funds. Here in Ogun State, the state government has attracted a landmark $250 million investment by Pure Dairy Head for the establishment of a world-class dairy farm in Itoro community in US South local government area to further strengthen the state position as Nigeria's leading destination for strategic agricultural investment. The State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Honorable Bolu Owotomo, disclosed this during a community engagement meeting between the investors and residents of Itoro held at the Palace of Onitoro of Itoro. Oba Nathaniel Fashino Benga Adekoya's report is presented in this package.
The ancient town of Itoro in Giwa South local government area of Ogun State played host to the entourage of Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, led by its commissioner, Honorable Bolu Owotomo. The first port of call was the Palace of Onitoro, Itoro, Oba Nathaniel Fashino, where the commissioner and the investors engaged stakeholders of the community on the importance of the economic impact of the project. Oba Nathaniel Fashino appreciates the state government for bringing such youth development to his domain.
A very, very great opportunity for us because we have been looking for developments long ago, but thank God now that we have seen one and we are welcoming it.
The team later embarked on sightseeing with soil tests taking place before the commencement of the project.
We are into partnership with other investors to bring a dairy farm to Itoro and its environment. And this is a project of about $250 million that will transform this axis of Ogun State into an investment-based area.
According to the commissioner, the project upon completion will become the largest dairy farm in Nigeria, with an initial capacity of approximately 10,000 dairy cows, significantly expanding domestic milk production, create substantial employment opportunities, stimulate economic activities, and strengthen Nigeria's livestock and dairy value chain.
As the project bets, they will begin to see the economy being stimulated. They will begin to see their roads being motorable. They will begin to see a lot of their youth getting engaged. They will begin to see a lot of stimulants, that will begin to drive more projects into their community. So I want them to relax, and take it as an opportunity that cannot be taken for granted.
Owotomo noted that the investment further reflects the success of the investor-friendly policies and business environment created by the state government under the leadership of Governor Dapo Abiodun.
Special Advisor to Governor Dapo Abiodun on Information and Strategy, Kayode Akimade, has described Ogun State Television, OGTV, crucial partner in progress in the journey to take the state to new levels. He stated this while going around some of the facilities of the television station in company of top functionaries of the Ministry of Information and Strategy. According to Akimade, OGTV has been playing a big role in the development of the state under the Prince Dapo Abiodun's administration. While he commended Governor Abiodun for the support enjoyed so far by the station, Akimade notes that other challenges that lie ahead are being looked at by the administration with a positive mindset.
I'm here just to pay a solidarity visit to the station and to appreciate what the management of this station, what they are doing to ensure that our people are well informed and well entertained, and also ensure that the activities of the state government is brought to the notice of our people in the state. And I've also observed some reports that the station may need from the state government, and I want to assure our people that our Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun is ready to support anything that concerns media communication, because he believes that people need to be informed.
Areas toured by the team include the studios, the newsroom, the library, editing suite, and the master control room. Ogun State House of Assembly has passed a resolution exonerating the former Speaker, Olakunle Oluomo, from an allegation of embezzlement of funds mentioned in the report of the ad hoc committee on his removal from office on the 23rd January 2024. The passage of the resolution followed the presentation of the report of the committee of the whole House by the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Bolanle Ajayi, on the motion presented to the Assembly by the former Speaker on Tuesday, 31st March 2026. Correspondent Kolawole Osho was there. His report is presented in this package.
Presenting the report of the committee of the whole House, the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Bolanle Ajayi, who later moved the motion for the adoption of the report, seconded by Honorable Yusuf Amosun and supported by the whole House through a unanimous voice vote, reported that the House observed that the issue of embezzlement of funds was not part of the notice of removal served on the former Speaker Oluomo and cannot be established against him. According to her, the House also took special legislative notice of his plea in paragraph 4 of the motion, where he implored the House to exonerate him of the accusation of embezzlement of funds, or in the alternative, provide him with evidence in terms of facts and figures relating to that allegation, in line with Section 36 of the CFRN 1999, as amended.
Having reviewed the evidence provided, this Honorable House consequently withdrawn the allegation of embezzlement as part of the reason for his removal from office.
Honorable Ajayi read the report further that in the spirit of camaraderie, oneness and unity, this Honorable House resolves and overturns the said removal of Right Honorable Oluomo Olakunle Taiwo from office and commits same into resignation.
All public and private primary and secondary schools, as well as government technical colleges in Ogun State, would proceed on the 2025-2026 third term holiday, beginning from Monday, July 27th and Friday, September 11, 2026. According to a statement by the State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Arigabo, schools are expected to resume for the next academic session on Monday, September 14th, 2026. Parents and guardians are enjoined to take proper care of their wards during the period of the holiday, the statement concluded. Ahead of the 2027 general elections, River State Governor Simelai Fubara has reiterated his support for the second-term bid of President Bola Tinubu and the governorship ambition of the All Progressives Congress APC candidate in the state, Kingsley Chinda. In what appeared to be a public declaration of peace and an end to political hostilities in the state, Fubara said that as a loyal member of the APC, he had also joined the Rainbow Coalition, a political group initiated by his predecessor and Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Yamson Wike, to advance the interest of the ruling party in Rivers State. The governor made this position known during the groundbreaking ceremony of the Riven Medical Industries project in Port Harcourt. It disclosed that the political forces that had previously been at odds in the state had resolved their differences and agreed to work together in the interest of peace and development. Fubara urged the supporters across the state to set aside past differences and support the aspirations of Tinubu, Chinda, and other APC candidates in Rivers State in the forthcoming elections. The Ogun State Television Staff Cooperative Multipurpose Society Limited has set a renewed agenda for sustainable growth and improved members' welfare as it celebrated its 42nd anniversary and annual general meeting in Abeokuta. The event, which provided an opportunity for members to review the cooperative's financial performance for the year under review, also evaluate its achievement, approve key policy decisions, and chart a strategic course towards strengthening members' economic well-being amid prevailing economic realities. Olaide Oloyesoluade report that the celebration featured a free medical outreach and the inauguration of newly elected executives. A report.
Activities marking the 42nd anniversary commenced with a free medical outreach organized for members and other beneficiaries as part of the society's commitment to promoting healthy living alongside financial empowerment. The outreach featured routine medical examinations, blood pressure and blood sugar checks, medical consultation and professional health counseling, enabling participants to know their health status and receive appropriate medical advice.
A lot of time, we don't even remember that we also need to check up on our health. And I think it's very important that we're having this kind of medical checkup.
They have really done well by not taking care of our finances only, our money only, but also our health.
Considering the stress of the job as well here in OGTV, I think it's, like I said, the right call in the right direction and at the right time. And I must say kudos to all executive members of OGTV CMS.
Proceedings later shifted to the annual general meeting, where members deliberated on issues affecting the growth of the cooperative, considered reports of the executive, approved key resolutions, and reviewed the society's performance during the financial year. In his address, the president of the society, Corporator Adedamo Labanboye, described the year under review as one of resilience, prudent management, and steady growth, despite the prevailing economic challenges.
This present leadership team, under my stewardship, is committed to taking our cooperative society to greater heights than ever before. We will work tirelessly to build a stronger, more prosperous, and more inclusive cooperative founded on the principle of transparency, accountability, integrity, and continued reform in all aspects of our operations.
Presenting the financial report, the treasurer, Corporator Taiwo Meshoyi, highlighted improvements in the members' savings, share capital, investment portfolio, and loan recovery. In their separate goodwill messages, the Assistant General Manager, News and Current Affairs, Biodun Alabi, alongside other invited guests, commended the leadership of the cooperatives for its prudent management and encouraged members to sustain their support towards ensuring the continued growth of the society.
And I've never witnessed for once rank up within this group. You know, so much, I have a whole lot of our staff who have left the who have remained with us because we have a very solid society here. So we don't want you to leave us.
The core pillar of the multipurpose cooperative society to build a secure question of your future, especially your retirement. Let your investment decisions today be guided by long-term vision of a comfortable, stress-free life after retirement.
The meeting climaxed with the inauguration and swearing in of the re-elected president and other executive members, who pledged to build on the achievements of previous administrations through improved service delivery. Members expressed confidence in the leadership and reaffirmed their commitment to supporting the cooperative's vision of promoting financial security, unity, and shared prosperity among staff. Olaide Oloye Sholuade, OGTV News.
When communities participate, governance becomes more transparent, policies become more responsive, leaders become more accountable, while development becomes more meaningful. Barrister Abiodun Akimboyede confirmed this while holding a town hall meeting in support of the Ogun State All Progressives Congress governorship candidate, Senator Olamileko Adiola. Elizabeth Esson was at the Ado-Odo local government town hall venue of the meeting. Her report.
The meeting, organized by the Abiodun Akimboyede movement, AMO, had in attendance civil society groups, community development associations, artisans, market men and women, community leaders and royal fathers within Ado-Odo local government area to strategize and mobilize for victory at the polls come 2027 for Senator Solomon Olamileko Adiola and all candidates of the All Progressives Congress in Ogun State. The convener, Barrister Abiodun Akimboyede, confirmed that the movement beyond the town hall meeting is ready to deliver over 10,000 votes for Senator Adiola.
You know, I've understood in recent times that reward system, is different from selection system. Reward comes from you doing what you're supposed to do, because when you sow a seed, you will reap. And the Ado-Odo people, by the AMO movement, our initiative is to do all we can to make sure that our best is seen so that we can achieve what we want to achieve. And I believe that when we get there, he is not a man, or the politics that is being played right now, what we're going to get in 2027, is not the type that will see someone that done some tremendous job and then allow them not to benefit from what they've done. So if we put our hands on deck, I'm sure we'll get there.
Barrister Akimboyede said that AMO has also lined up various activities to be held in Ado-Odo local government area towards mobilizing support for Senator Adiola. Also in attendance is the House of Representatives candidate representing Ado-Odo Federal Constituency, Chief Olanrewaju Basharu, who confirms that his constituency is targeting 60,000 votes to be delivered for Senator Adiola in 2027.
To appreciate our governor, Dr. Abiodun, on the major step he has taken by allowing our own son from Ogun West to be the candidate of the party for the coming gubernatorial election. We will stand solidly behind our senator, distinguished Olamileko Adiola, also known as Yayi. It's a very easy task for us because everybody have seen what Yayi can do and what he has been doing. So this is a very easy sell. So we thank the president, the governor, and the party as a whole. So it's a very positive collaboration here. That's why you see everybody is out to support this move.
Speaking on the theme of the meeting, the impact of grassroots in governance, the guest speaker identifies voters' apathy as one major reason Nigerians shy away from voting.
Let all of us have a way of talking positively about our government. They cannot do everything as good.
Various group leaders and traditional rulers at the meeting used the opportunity to endorse and declare support for Senator Adiola and all APC candidates at the poll in 2027. A door-to-door campaign committee was also inaugurated to coordinate and mobilize groups for campaign for Senator Adiola and all APC candidates. Elizabeth Esson, OGTV News.
The arrival of consistent rainfall across Ogun State has triggered a surge in farming activities, with crop and poultry producers projecting a significant increase in the yield of the current cycle. However, the season brings a complex duality as farmers battle the threat of erosion, flooding and disease outbreaks linked to high humidity. Olaide Oloyesoluade report that while experts are pushing for improved agronomic practices, the success of the harvest depends on a combination of timely intervention and strategic farm management. A report.
As the rainy season reaches full establishment, the landscape of Ogun State is transforming into a hub of intense agricultural productivity. Crop farmers are currently capitalizing on the optimal soil moisture levels, a development that has accelerated the planting window for staple commodities across the state's major agro-clusters. Agricultural extension experts emphasize that the momentum must be balanced with rigorous land preparation, effective drainage ditch construction, and the deployment of genetically improved seed varieties to maximize yield potential.
Farmers, we want them to get back to the field, we want them to be ready, but we also want them to be aware that they should be practicing climate-smart agriculture. So they need to take into consideration that the way that they plant should be protected from flooding and other things. Where they plant should also be looked at so that they know that they don't succumb to any flooding issues this season.
While the general outlook remains positive, a cautionary note pervades the sector as farmers express anxiety over the potential for crop destruction through erosion and uncontrolled pest infestation. The rapid saturation of farmland poses a risk to low-lying cultivation areas, necessitating proactive flood mitigation measures to secure the expected harvest.
Rainy season is a good period for farmers, but at times when there is excess flood, it has effects, negative effects. In this season now, the only thing, occasionally we have splash floods. So farmers are advised to be careful of where to plant, so that the flood will not have negative effect on their crops.
We need to educate ourselves. We need to pay attention to the news. We need to pay attention to the weather forecaster, and then we need to prepare ourselves adequately. We can't shy away from the climate change reality. It's already here with us, and there's nothing we can do about it. I'm also using this opportunity to urge on our government to come to the aid of farmers.
In the poultry subsector, the shift in meteorological conditions demands a sharp adjustment in biosecurity protocol. The resultant rise in atmospheric humidity and fluctuating temperatures introduce severe health risk, requiring poultry managers to scale up ventilation efficiency and preventative medication to avoid seasonal losses.
For now, poultry farming is also a good one, but during the rainy season, there is always a low production due to the cold. So farmers are expected to increase the quantity of the energy in their feed. So by increasing the maize, so that the temperature, the birds will be able to have a maximum body temperature for adequate production.
When it comes to poultry farmers, as you can see now, I manage them from my own farm here. I used waste of my farm to control, because I can say this is a dry land. I use the manure. So if I've washed it, I wash it to support the crops.
Stakeholders maintain that the intersection of favorable weather, governmental input subsidies, and advanced management techniques is the primary formula for achieving food security this year. As farming clusters across all 20 local government areas intensify operations, the collective expectation remains focused on a bountiful harvest that will help stabilize local food prices. Olaide Oloyesoluade, OGTV News.